So there are a few reasons why I'm scared and not really that excited for The Last Jedi, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's going to be a bad movie or anything. I'm just sitting here and telling you why I'm not as hyped as I should be or could have been. And there's different variables in this. First things first is that in 2015, when The Force Awakens came out, Episode 7, everybody was excited for it. I was overly hyped for it. You know, it was a great time to be a Star Wars fan. My Instagram was getting about 1,000 to 3,000 followers a day. I'm nowhere even close to that anymore. If anything, I'm losing followers on there because of the new algorithm they put out. But still, I was doing great. All my other friends were doing great. And then we all saw The Force Awakens. Everybody was so hyped for it. And then we all saw The Force Awakens and everybody goes, "Oh, is that it?" Like, it wasn't that it was bad. It just wasn't that it was really good either. It was a solid, okay film. I really haven't even watched it, but maybe 5 times, and it's been about 2 years. So I mean, in a 2-year span, I've only seen it 5 times. Not saying it's bad, but like I said, it's not really that good either. And so that kind of was like, oh, all right, this is the start to the new trilogy. It's not horrible, but it's not that great either. It's a stepping stone. That's understandable. And so then, you know, you get The Last Jedi, and I automatically was like, ah, crap, if they kill Luke, I'm done. And that's one reason I'm kind of scared, because I'm like, if Luke dies, I'm going to be really mad. Like, Luke is my favorite character, and he's a great character. He's the main protagonist, in my opinion, from the original trilogy that we kind of grew up with. And so, if Luke dies, I'm going to be sad. You also have the fact that there's talk about the Jedi ending, and it's like, all right, well, the past 2 trilogies have been about the Jedi, and in this new trilogy, you're trying to end the Jedi? That, you know, and granted, you know, they're probably just, you know, twisting my ankle on these trailers and whatnot. But there's so much crap that Disney has done, and I'm not saying, you know, I'm not trying to bash them, but, you know, there's been a lot of controversy about what they've been doing to the franchise. If Poe and Finn are going to be gay in this one or in the next one, and some people are going to be mad about that if that happens, and all this weird crap that could happen. And if Rey turns out to be Luke Skywalker's daughter, I'm walking out the theater, because that's the dumbest, most predictable plot ever. And I hate it because it's like, everyone says, oh, it has to be about the Skywalkers. Kylo Ren is related to Darth Vader. That's all I need. I don't need Rey to be connected to the Skywalkers. I don't need her. She should be her own thing and have her own story. But that's just me. The trailers are very interesting. They're pretty good, and they got me intrigued into this movie. But I'm scared because you look at a guy like Rian Johnson, the director, you know, they're saying that, oh, well, since he's getting his own trilogy now, he's going to kind of make a story for that. You know, that obviously means he's doing really good with The Last Jedi. Alright, well, it's going to be the longest film to date. The last longest film was Attack of the Clones, so that's not really much of a good sign, in my opinion. Also, a lot of people give Disney crap for being bad, so I don't understand why people are like, oh, he's getting his own trilogy because Disney loves him. But you're the same people who say Disney sucks, so it's kind of like, are you really trusting their judgment? Also, a big reason I'm scared for this is Rian Johnson himself. I'm not saying he's a bad director. He actually directed a very favorite movie of mine, Looper, from 2012. That's the last movie he directed. I mean, that was 5 years ago. Jesus Christ. I think I was in 8th grade, or I just was a freshman in high school. Like, I was really young when that movie came out. God, I was 13 years old. So, Looper was a great movie and is a great movie, and I highly recommend you watch it. But his other movies aren't that notable because he's only got 4 movies, technically. You got Brick from 2005, which, more or less a solid, okay movie. I wouldn't really recommend it. And then you got the Brothers Bloom, which, okay. I mean, it was okay. It didn't receive much backlash. I mean, it wasn't the best film, but it wasn't, you know, the worst. So Rian Johnson's a very creative guy. Looper is the best representation of that. A lot of cool twists and stuff in it that I do think is his best film, and I hope, hopefully, The Last Jedi surpasses that. So Rian Johnson is an interesting person because he's very creative, but very different at the same time. His creativity might be different from mine, and his imagination is far different from mine. So seeing his imagination might not be that good this time around in a Star Wars film, where he has to work off of JJ's last film. So there's a lot of things that make me kind of about this movie. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not going to see it. I have, you know, early screening tickets and everything. I am overly ready to see this movie, but I'm scared that it's not going to live up to the hype, and I'm scared that we're not going to enjoy it. But my prediction is it's actually going to be really good, probably better than A New Hope and The Return of the Jedi, and it's going to surprise a lot of us, and we're going to go, oh my god. But another reason I am scared of it is that it's going to be a rehash of The Empire Strikes Back. It already kind of has that same feeling to it if you look at a lot of the scenes that are happening. So I don't know. Like I said, my prediction is it might surprise us, and it might be better than some of the original movies, original trilogy movies. But overall, it's a scary kind of thing because you don't know how it's gonna turn out, considering what Disney's put out. So, comment your thoughts below. Are you excited? Are you scared for The Last Jedi like I am? Comment your thoughts below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Star Wars only. I'll see y'all next time. May the Force be with you always.